It's 2025, everyone. Happy New Year's. Hopefully you all survived the holidays and with all your limbs intact. You know, because of the family dinners and get-togethers. No other reason. Holidays can be tough. And by the time this comes out, yes, to my players, it is the new year. We plan ahead. This is Trials of VinTear for session 18 here on Arcane Focus D&D. I'm your DM, Mike. Let's see here. For the holidays, I got myself what I like to call the Bork Bot. Yeah, it is a long-dead mascot of a long-dead streaming service. It'll never see the light of day ever again. I am joined by my amazing players. Say hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
We have Temple.
Hello.
Titan.
Howdy.
Nick.
Hello.
Steve.
Huh?
And Amber. This is a pre-recorded episode that is important to know, especially if you're watching on the Purple app. Also join us for Short Rest, which is it's produced on Sundays on our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't go anywhere. It's here. Just wait a day. It's a recap show where we do a lot of behind-the-scenes chatter, as well as a brief overview of the episode, so you don't have to watch a full 2-hour thing, 11 minutes or so. But I know we've had some breaks for some of us, so we really a recap is kind of what we need. But before we get into that, everyone here, roll me a d20.
It's a pretty die.
Ooh, you rolled a 20 when I was testing you. That was a 2.
I got 3.
15.
15, you said?
I, too, got a 15.
Oh.
I got an 11.
Oh. Well, I would like both Amber and Steve to reroll.
Ooh.
Do I get disadvantage on this roll?
No.
7.
11?
I got
Congrats. Congrats, Steve.
Slurpees?
Welcome back, buddy.
No? Oh.
Well, Steve, before we begin, we need to sell some dice, and the best way I think we could utilize in selling dice is a nice cocktail in hand.
Wait, you need a drink to do an ad read?
Yup. And I can make it all. But I never drink alone. So, Steve, I gotta ask, what is your drink of choice?
I forgot the name, but I really like the one that comes in the copper cup. I have a copper cup like over there. So
Oh, a
I
whiskey
forgot its
sour.
Moscow Mule.
No.
Okay, a New York sour.
No. Nope.
Midori sour.
Oh, that's not a sour, dude. Sours don't come in a copper cup.
You know what does come in what comes in copper? This Shattering Copper dice set from Dakota Irish. A matte black finish with matte texture, metallic copper lettering, and cracks within the die. Get 10% off your order and this dice set by using our link and promo code Arcane Focus D&D. Thank you, Dakota Irish, for the discount. See,
Also,
it's not
you
that
know
bad.
what else comes in copper? A copper
What?
cup.
My brain.
I don't like that. I think I might do a nosebleed. But with that all out of the way, you guys ready for a quick recap?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Walking away from Yuka's home, our party begins to formulate and plan their investigation on the Dragonborn prosecutor. However, to explore all options that we have, they visit a local alchemist shop, Fifi's finds and more, to purchase several potions and a scroll of Identify. With the spell in hand, now learned from Tilligati, they've learned a little bit more about the masquerade masks, finding that they will activate the sort of illusionary cover upon entering Yuka's property line, as well as altering their voice. With the party itself becoming more and more complex, our team decides to split into kind of a party of 3 a little bit. We have Phoenix, Morris, and Diva outside, with Phoenix at the ready with an invisibility potion and a jump potion in case she needs to jump into action, heading up into the top 3rd story. We have the indoor team with Legati and Arrow entering the party wearing the masks, and while within Yuka's home, they learn of a few rules what the partygoers are currently following. No names. If something goes awry, everyone acts together. And no entering the 3rd floor. Oh, as well as to keep an open mind. Everything in the party felt wrong to both Legati and Arrow. A show. Everything was showy in the wrong way. And after the party entertainment and discussion, Yuka began his presentation. The idea of registering adventurers with the crown so that the citizens of the kingdom, as well as those business owners who may be, giving the business owners around in town a little bit more control on who is doing the protecting and how are they getting reimbursed for any particular damages from chaotic fights. The Potter's Guild will shape the kingdom for those who already give to it. The owners, the workers, and not these untrained groups and parties who cause chaos. It was learned that the Potter's Guild formed the Forward Guard and has been managing them in some capacity. It's not entirely sure. Though it is clear that it is a fairly powerful hand that these Potters hold. As Yuka motions to one of the windows and signals on the glass, as we see Cooley, the fairy member of the Forward Guard, makes her entrance onto the 3rd floor as we see Phoenix rushing in behind her in a stealth motion, invisible. And just as she starts to creep across the hallway, she starts to hear banging and shuffling within the northern room. Curiosity catching her attention, motioning towards the door and opening it to see what looks to be a 3rd floor office. And inside she sees that same familiar flesh and plant creature rummaging through some of the desks and drawers, looking for something. However, before we get back to the party, our vision starts to fall back a little bit. Morse, your vision looks up as you see numerous bottles and glass jars holding this arcane smoke smash in front of you as you stand in front of the grip with the rest of your party. This plume of smoke extends outwards and just stops close to the edge of where everyone is standing. And you start to hear coughing, people screaming. You look over to the side, you can see as the smoke slowly starts to dissipate, you see that there is guards currently looking at one that's just completely dropped dead in an instant. As you and the rest of the party look up, you can see that there are numerous figures standing on the rooftop. One of them writing down some notes furiously and assessing what is occurring here. And just as the party rushes into action, you feel something grab the back of your armor, and you, with immense force, are pulled back into the grip. You are slammed against a wall as numerous tchotchkes and little things on tables and display cases sort of rumble from the impact. And standing over you is Tavant. Who we confirmed to be a fiendish kind. Backwards hand, claw. Currently has one hand on your shoulder, and you feel 5 dagger-sharp claws pressed against your side underneath the metal where that, like, the leather work is, so you have some movement. It has found that soft spot and hasn't pressed it too far where it's causing damage to enough where it's a point. And you're able to look up and see Tavant's eyes sort of oozing this black energy.
Hello to you too.
Doesn't say a word. Looks down at the bag on your shoulder. Keeps the hand on the side. Releases your shoulder. Puts her hand into your bag and pulls out 50 gold coin. Puts it in her pocket.
My money.
The page was worth pittance. But I'm sure there'd be no argument that add the donation for thieving is necessary.
I haven't stolen anything. Yet.
Pats your chest as you feel that page. You paid your due. And then she leans in. See those sort of the eyes sort of give a bit of a widened gaze. She smells something.
Yeah, like what you smell? It's a new scent I'm trying.
Cuts you underneath the chin. Just a little bit of blood.
I'm not into piercings or tattoos. Thank you very much.
Now, because this is happening in the past, and we have taken a long rest since here till where we are rejoining the present, you are taking some damage, but you don't have to mark it because it's going to be healed later. But you do feel all 5 of the dagger-sharp claws sink into your side and grip onto what feels very needed internally. Some sort of organ she's holding onto, and it instantly causes you to almost lurch to the side. Do you smell the familiar? So, where did you stash her? Is she in the city?
Oh, the only thing I smell is that disgusting sulfur emanating from your breath.
Don't play smart. And she starts to twist. Do you take me for a fool? Why has Sakura sent her spawn to my door?
Oh, no, I don't take you for a fool. I take you for ugly. But besides that, I don't know what you're talking about. Only one that sent me here is myself.
Give me a reason not to rip your throat asunder.
Because I'm really pretty. Please don't.
Oh, now you say please. Steal from my shop.
Again, I didn't steal it. I just borrowed it without asking. You were gonna get it back.
Sure. Why has she sent you here?
Why has who? I don't know what you're talking about.
Your mother!
Who?
Why has Sakura sent you here?
Look, I don't know what you are. So, just out of the kindness of my heart, I'm gonna call you lady. But don't take that pleasantly. Look, lady, I never knew my parents. I've never met them.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's going to be a persuasion. Do I have any bonus? I actually don't have bonuses. That sucks. That is going to be a 19.
19.
Would have been higher if I had bonuses to it.
Yeah, I think it's a force of charismatic will and persuasion as you look up to her. And as you speak, there is no shuddering in your voice and words. And you start to watch Tavant look down and just sort of scanning you to see if there's any deception, but catches the truth. Removes the hand. She hangs her head low a little bit. You do not know your mother?
You know, you could have been more gentle.
Not from what she does. I need to be safe. Careful.
Well, I don't know who she is. I don't know what she is. I don't even remember what she looks like. And I don't think all of this was really worth a lousy book, but sure.
Your mother is no friend of mine. And if you don't have connection, then you no problem. If I learn otherwise, I have your blood.
Listen, like I told you before, never met her. No idea who she is. But to be very honest with you, I can see why she doesn't like you. Maybe you could be a little nicer, you know?
I have my way, she has yours, and seems that you have your own path. Strange you don't know her. She has a famous title.
I mean, it's strange to just say hello, but here we are, aren't we?
Where are you from?
I proceed to tell her where I'm from.
Mosted. And you're from Mosted, you haven't heard of the Horn Splitter?
No, I've lived my life on the streets, stealing to survive.
Your mother has a vendetta against my kin. I had a brief interaction with her, which is why you smell so familiar. I figured she'd eventually made her way here to VinTear due to its reputation. Looks like I'm half right.
Well, no offense, but I can see why. You're kind of a dick.
Make your jokes. But I take my safety very serious.
Listen, I'm kind of in the middle of something right now, so, like, if you want to do a fireside chat, you know, maybe we could schedule something. Perhaps with, less claws.
Bring me the heart of what I seek. Not only will I open my wares, then we can have a safer discussion.
No claws, you promise?
I don't make promises without signing something.
You're not making it very easy.
I never do. Grabs your face, pushes you out. And the last thing you say to your party as they wonder where you were was, I don't want to talk about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah. But her vision pulls back. Back to the present as Morris and Diva currently outside in a different yard looking over to where you can see Yuka's party. Phoenix has motioned up towards the skies. You see the fairy silhouette of Cooley quickly making its way to the third floor. She full on double-fisted 2 potions, going invisible, and is rushing into Frey. But for our downstairs team here, our outside team, is there anything you guys are discussing, even prior, what you were planning to do? Or what do you do now?
Did Phoenix say anything to us before she decided just to take off?
Yeah, she would have, but to be fair, the DM described it as a creature flying in the night, so she didn't know it was Cooley until she got into the house.
So it was literally like, ooh, jump.
Yeah, well, it was more of like, there's a creature coming to land on the balcony, and she went, oh shit, I should go tell them something's coming.
What since we've been out here, what would we be able to hear? Has it just been silent street?
Yeah, I think you can easily look through some of the windows here, and the curtains are definitely drawn, but there is light on the other side, sort of casting bits of shadows of like small desks and side tables and other things like that. While before, as you were out here, you saw shadows of figures walking back and forth, and there was definitely a little bit more motion happening in the first floor. That has stopped. You look up, and while there's less windows here, you can see that there are some shadows being casted here and there. More particularly, from your current stance, you can see that there is a small silhouette standing at the corner on the second story, but don't know who it is.
Morris, this is boring.
Just out of instinct, I would like to go ahead and activate the Divine Sense.
you feel a bit safer knowing that there's no fiend, undead, celestial, and the like.
I look back to Diva and say, "Yeah, this is pretty boring."
I just kind of scale the wall just to see if I see anything interesting, and I'm just kind of noting it's like no music, no dancing. What kind of party is this?
Well, it's certainly not a Diva party, that's for sure. There's not enough blood.
Or nakedness.
Huh? You say what now?
Don't worry about it. Do I see where Phoenix went? Do I like see like the window she went through? Or no, I wouldn't because she's invisible, right?
Yeah, but Phoenix, would you have said like, I saw something up there, I'm going to go up there too?
Yeah. So you know what floor she's on. Or at least went through. You don't know if she's still on that floor, but...
What does she see? I just kind of go back to more some like. You have any ideas?
She said she saw something on the second floor.
Third floor.
Third.
I knew that. I was just testing y'all.
About to land on the balcony, so that's why she went up.
Why don't we see if there's a way we can get up from the outside? Because I don't know about you. I don't want to stay down here bored.
I just kind of listen to see what I hear from the house.
Roll a perception check.
That's not going to be very high. That's a 12.
You said you were sort of casing the joint a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
sort of getting a view of every window that you can. Yeah, I mean, as well as the description that Phoenix would have given you prior from casing this place last night, as well as your own investigations here and there. There's obviously the entrances to, the first floor. There's also seems like a back door that leads into sort of an indoor-outdoor patio space. You haven't tried any doors. You're just sort of walking around. The second story doesn't seem like it has any kind of obvious entrances. It's windowed, walled. There doesn't seem to be any sort of like flat-footing space like a patio. It's the third floor that looks like it has a balcony space in the back of the house. So you'd assume there is some way to get into the house from that particular stance. That does require you, though, to scale a wall and going up 3 stories.
I was going to ask, is there like a tree near the balcony or vines?
There are. Let's see. I'll roll for it. My map doesn't have it, but doesn't mean it doesn't have to be. Yeah, I'll say that there is a tree. Kind of, if we were looking at to the northward, sort of like the bottom right of the actual house itself. So it would take a very significant jump to get from the tree top to the balcony. A very dangerous leap, but it can be done. I'll say, in addition, as you're walking, you can see that there are a lot of silhouettes happening on the second story, on the back of this second story back window. So if you're going to climb, there is a possibility that people may see you. But it's an option if you are stealthy enough.
All right, Metal Boy, come here. So, Phoenix went to the balcony, right? We think. We can get through there from the tree, but that window right there will probably get sense.
Sure thing, Blood Lady. I have a name, you know.
I don't care. Fine, Moors. I don't know if that's wise, but at the same time, I am bored, and I'd be exciting. You want to do that?
I have a counter off. I could try to do it, but clank, 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 clank. You don't have clank, clank, clank. And besides, you're stealthy. You do it.
I remember Phoenix said there was something about a dog.
I don't see any dog around, do you?
I mean, the dog will be inside, dummy.
Then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, won't we?
Fine. Anything to just get you to shut up. Let me look at this.
So I'm gonna move.
Where would this supposed tree be?
I'm gonna move you guys on the map to where I would approximate where it would be.
Okay.
Yeah, so you would have to climb this tree, balance yourself, and be stealthy enough where you can then attempt to jump onto the balcony. So I'll also remind the rest of our party, this is all happening at the same time where your events are going to be happening too. So we're all going to have a compilation of everything sort of hitting at once.
This sounds so stupid, but you know what? We're gonna go with the stupid. Can I use acrobatics to try to climb the tree? At least
Absolutely.
past the second story window.
Yeah. Roll me an acrobatics. This is to see if you can climb it very well, and if you are successful, then I'm gonna ask for a stealth check.
Acrobatics. That's gonna be a 21.
Very good. Roll me a stealth check as well.
Not as high. That is going to be a 15.
Could be worse.
Could be worse.
Okay. With a 21, in addition to that stealth check, yeah, I think, Morris, you go down to the tree. You're not jumping. You're not doing anything. You're just sort of watching Diva do this as she grabs onto some of the branches, starts to pull herself up to a point where the tree starts to slightly, because you're getting higher and higher and higher to the point where the tree's base is not able to hold your weight. And with it bending forward, you jump. When you were passing the second story window, you see numerous silhouettes of figures, all looking at two people. One almost looks like it's hosting. You can hear a little bit of muffled talk, but right next to this one that's hosting is a small fairy form. Sort of the fluttering of wings, but you're jump. And I'm going to put you on the balcony. But Morris, you see this all happen? There's a moment, a bead of sweat of like, is she going to make it? And Diva, you have to hit and hold on and pull yourself up.
I just look back to Morris and was like,
You see Moors make a sudden face of disappointment. Context for the party: Moors made an internal bet that that Diva wasn't going to make it, and he just lost money to himself.
how did one lose money to themselves?
At the same time, while all this attempt is happening, the doors opened within the office. And once again, recreation of the scene, we see a large oak desk in the middle of the room, surrounded by bookcases, a couple of like small side tables with like pottery, not pottery, but like vases with plants in them. It gives it a little bit of color in here. There's a beautiful rug in the bottom. There's a couple of other spots for like candlelight and such. With most of the books currently on the floor, papers scattered about. There are like stacks and stacks of paper on the desk. And rummaging through some of the drawers and shelves, you see this plant-like creature, large shoulders. Its face has been split by the chin. Its eyes currently like off to the side, and you can hear almost like its own heartbeat as it starts to rummage through. You could just hear this off, sort of anger or some frustration looking for something. And what were the words you said invisibly?
I said, "Psst, what are you doing?"
The creature looks up, sees the door slightly ajar, and is frozen, holding what looks to be like a handful of paper in its hands.
And I try and see what it's holding, like what it says on the paper.
Yeah, roll me a perception check.
$17.
The current one that you can see that's facing you reads the Joint Quarry Project.
Phoenix realizing that there's a bigger project here, she's gonna back the F out of this door and try and find Legati.
Quarry, yeah.
Could you spell that for me?
That is Quarry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wanted
Yeah,
to make
spell
sure
it
it
right.
wasn't the UORI.
Okay. And I'm gonna try and run down those stairs to bump into Legati.
Yeah, Legati's just, he's chilling. He's being too cool for this presentation back in this corner. He sent his unseen servant up those stairs to stash that probably cursed paper. So that has been done. I think he still has the unseen servant, so it's just like next to him.
Mhm.
And he's kind of been debating, like, how else can I cause trouble for Yuka? What else do I want to do? He's been like imagining pushing Yuka out the window behind him, but probably not going to come to that here. Now, yeah, listening to the fairy become part of the presentation.
Yeah. Phoenix, roll me another stealth check as you exit out of the door.
Advantage? Because I'm still
Yeah,
invisible?
because advantage, you're still invisible.
Good thing for advantage. I think I have a +4. +5. Okay, 19.
19. It takes a brief moment, only because of her hair, Legati, that you are currently looking outside the window and just starting to formulate ideas of what would be the best action in this moment as your eye shifts over to the left, and without disturbing wherever this dog is, Phoenix is at the top of the staircase, and actually, Phoenix, yeah, you...
Can he, like, not see me? Because if I'm invisible, why would he see me?
Oh, good point. No, you're right. Sorry, I keep forgetting that you're
I think you
invisible.
have to say something. Or tap
Yeah,
his
I was gonna,
shoulder,
like,
freak me
walk up
out,
to him
yeah.
and, like, whisper in
Well, how
his
do
ear.
real big question though is, how do you know that this is
Legati, the little gnome with the veil?
I thought the veil is concealed, like,
No, his outfit has an
The
actual
clothes,
veil.
The whole outfit. She can
Oh, then you recognize the clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, also
Who knew
his
the
mask.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you see the sort of the illusion that goes halfway, and then the veil going further
Yeah.
down, so the clothing. So that's what Phoenix you see.
I'm just gonna, like, tap him on his shoulder and whisper, like, very quietly try to whisper, so there's a plant creature upstairs rummaging through Yuka's office. Do we want to go now?
Yeah, Legati very calmly, like, okay, this might as well happen. Somebody invisible, Phoenix invisible, tapping my shoulder. It doesn't react or anything. I think he can whisper quietly, and nobody can see his face anyway, so it's not like his lips are moving. So I think he wants to, like, really quickly summarize what's going on in here, like, you know, in a couple of sentences, like, Yuka's part of the secret group. They want to control, register people doing heroics. The forward guard is run by them. That fairy one is here. They're making some kind of pitch to everybody in the masks.
Swell.
What'd you say about a monster? A plant monster?
So there's a plant guy with a split jaw and an open chest upstairs in his office, rummaging through some paperwork that says the Joint Quarry Project or something. I closed the door, ran out. I could let him out, but then there's also innocent people in here. He might also be able to open the door. I'm not sure how he got in here in the first place.
Odd behavior for a plant monster. Wanting papers.
Maybe he's not a monster. I didn't really stick around to ask. I kind of creeped him out. Do you want to go open the door with me? You want me to let him out?
I can't step away or they'll notice me. And we're not the same size, or I'd real quick give you my clothes, but...
No. I mean, she already took enough off the outfit that I didn't want her to take off. Let's not add gnome to this. No offense.
Do you think that they know that the plant guy is up there?
maybe Yuka stashed him in there? I don't know. Or, I mean, I don't think so. I have no idea. I just said, "Psst, what are you doing in here?" And he turned around, freaked out, and I closed the door and ran out. Where the hell's Arrow?
Speaking of Arrow,
God.
still in the entertainment space, I will reiterate what was the last few things that were sort of being pitched. As you hear Yuka, or at least you would recognize to be Yuka, especially through the red mask, going, "Untethered adventurers are too manic. They rub elbows with royalty and criminals alike to further their own gains. And even if there are good people within these chaotic groups, when they disband or die or retire, who's to say that the next group will be just as good? However, an idea doesn't die. And the idea, such as the forward guard, which has already been proven to work, will not die." And motions to Cooley as she sort of steps up. "My teammates and I will hold up our standards that our predecessors have given us, and work with the kingdom's guards, so we can all protect our kingdom together." You see last sort of hurrah as Yuka steps forward. "So I invite you, friends. Join the Potter's Guild and let your voices be heard." There's some claps around. Arrow, you're looking around. There's still people, some skeptical, but not sure. But there are claps. Seems that some of the party has been swayed. What do you do?
The forward guard already exists. Why do you need more?
I think you see Cooley kind of lock eyes with the mask where you're standing, and there is a sheepish little blush that comes to her cheeks. "We're only 5 people. We're doing what we can, and we're lucky enough to work."
Recruit more people. Don't bring in those who can't be part of your system. There will be adventurers who don't register, regardless of what system you put into place. If you need more forward guard, get more forward guard. Leave the rest of them alone.
Roll me a persuasion check, and this is not against Cooley or against Yuka, who are already kind of set in their ways. This is for you to persuade a little, maybe the crowd around you.
We're rocking a +0, you guys. And that was a natural 3, so...
Rocked it! Yeah!
Let's go!
You hear one of the partygoers who you were kind of lying to a little bit, of going, "Weren't you just telling us a story about how you were harmed by these chaotic adventurers?"
I also said they could be useful. And I did!
You did.
I don't think Legati wants to ask a question, but I think the thing that's bothering Legati, and I don't know, did they correct me if they answer this, but why is it a secret? Why isn't this just a known public thing? Because one thing that Legati is considering doing is we just leave and then we find the biggest newspaper here and I just tell them every single word that was said all night long, and then we just let that happen. So I feel like this is less of an issue if it's just out in the open. If the people are aware of this or whatever, I guess it's fine.
I think
they say there's a reason why it's a secret.
No, but I think it would occur to, at least for the information you have now, to Legati, and I'm going to give you, obviously this opinion can change with more information you gather, but I think just directly to what Legati would understand is maybe it's an optics thing. The fact that a select few people are choosing the champions of the kingdom.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah, so they're embarrassed or ashamed of what they're doing. Yeah.
It's a little under the rug, certainly. When people would expect that to be handled by government officials or people who've been voted to do this, it seems like it's been handed off to these chosen few, which I think, again, this is just going off the bare surface of what you know now, and it may change later. But I think that's what kind of it has, and I think to answer your question, it has not been answered why this is so secretive.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah, but I think, Arrow, as you start to sort of speak out, there are some murmurs, but not a lot of people kind of siding with you. There are those people who already kind of made the decision of like, this is kind of shady. There was that one person who was talking about working with wood, who definitely was like, I don't know about this.
Let's go, Snail.
Yeah, Snail was like, I don't know about this. You're having this discussion, and the tree in the backyard, a branch hits the window, makes an audible thump. Diva, you've hit the 3rd-story balcony. There are 2 doors that enter in. Which door do you choose?
So I'm gonna try the door that's closest to me first.
Okay. You open the door just as this door opens.
Oh crap.
So you get like halfway in, and then you see this door open, and a figure walks out.
Scooby-Doo moment.
I know, right? Can I? It's the door is not opaque, right? It's like a solid door, or is it like a glass door?
The one you're walking through, there is like an opaque window on the door itself, but this one you looked over, there was no sort of window in view.
Okay, so I'm gonna go through the door, but try to see if I can see through the window or like peek these, just see like, oh crap, who's coming?
Okay. You see a strange, the same sort of that strange plant fleshed creature of vines and wrappings and flora just sort of holding its intestines together inside of its open chasm of a body. And with both arms, it has like this stacks and stacks of papers that it's starting to shove into its ribcage.
What the fuck? That's literally what Dio says. Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna still be quiet just to kind of observe.
Roll me a stealth check. And at the same time, Arrow, you see Yuka and Cooley kind of look back and then look up. What was your stealth check, by the way?
17.
17? All right. This creature... Let me double check, actually. No, doesn't notice.
I'm like, I don't like that laugh, but he said no.
Yuka looks over to Cooley. Who else is up there? No one? Go check it out. Legati, you do hear the words, go check it out. And Cooley starting to fly in your general direction.
Eep. I press myself against the wall. Even though I'm invisible.
I don't have a reason to... I don't know Diva's up there, right? I can maybe guess, but... I probably just think it's the plant monster.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think I'm going
Fair.
to follow her up the stairs, just acting like I'm curious.
The purple one looks at you and goes, if there's a problem, we all work together.
Well, then come on. Seems like there might be a problem.
This
Oh,
door is
no.
finished. Okay.
Who's in charge here, anyway?
No, they're like, yeah, and everyone's going with you.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
Phoenix, you press yourself against the wall.
Yeah.
As this again, you're lucky it's a fairy. It doesn't take a lot of space, so goes up, gets to about this point, and sees you, Diva, looking through the door or the window as this creature is looking out. Morse, from the first floor, you look up and you see not Diva, this plant-like monster on the balcony.
Diva, what the hell happened to you?
Never looked better.
Wait, I want to be first. I'm
Oh, you want
first
first?
up there.
Okay, yeah, you're first up there.
I like try to be wide. I don't let them get past me, even though I'm a gnome. I have a lot of fabric on right now. And I want to give Phoenix a chance to like hustle past.
Yeah, Phoenix, we'll put you in the reading space if you want. You double. You're like, oh, here comes the crowd. And you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
I was
gonna
like,
go too.
wait.
Arrow, are you following with the crowd as well, or are you staying back?
I think my head turns to watch them all go, but I'm gonna see what Yuka does.
Yuka waits till the last 5 or 6 people and then sort of follows behind. Definitely does not want to be, if there is a fight, doesn't want to be up there, up front. Wants to be enough where he can double back.
Okay, I'll stand behind Yuka then.
So we're gonna have it he would be followed like this. Diva, you hear numerous footsteps walking up the stairs as you just turn around and you see there is Cooley floating. I don't think you were invited, friend.
No, you're pretty.
Thank you, so are
It's-
you.
I see all the masked people. I'm like, this? Okay. Is this an orgy?
She blushes. No, it's not. No, it's not. Trespassing is illegal.
There's a plant monster outside.
Roll me persuasion check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Great. Oh, that was a nat 20. God damn it. That is going to be persuasion. That's gonna be a 16.
16. I'll also roll sort of like a charisma check, and this to see if your charismatic influence overshadows her sense of duty at the moment, because she has fought that plant monster before, and if she believes you, that will be definitely a way to push her in a different direction. Oh no, looking at the wrong sheet. So that's a 13. So I think she very softly puts this very little fairy hand on your chest and pushes you to the side. Is not going to let you is not taking care of you at the moment. Doesn't want you to go because you're still trespassing, but does break her view from you for a brief moment to look out the window as this creature looks at the tree and starts to rush towards the tree, sliding down.
I think we want to help the plant monster.
I kind of do.
How did we get here?
She goes, "You're not getting away." And she literally grabs you, Diva, the small fairy form, grabs you, lifts you over her head, and throws you behind.
What the? Well.
Morris, you see a plant creature land 10 feet from you.
Great. I'm gonna run to it.
You run to it. What do you do? If you just run to it, it's going to have a reaction to it, but it's up to you.
Okay, to be fair, I should stay in character. I have no idea of whatever conversations transpired up above, so literally the only thing I saw was Diva go up there, and then out comes a plant monster. So I'm in Moore's mind, Diva must have been the victim of a savage polymorph, or I don't know, maybe this is another transformation of hers. I don't know Diva like that. So I'm gonna run. I'm gonna say, Diva, oh my god, what happened to you? Who did this to you?
Roll me an insight check.
Hey, I'm good with those.
Uh-oh, I didn't like
No,
that.
no, I saw that space.
I'm good with these. Like I said, I'm good with these. That'll be 19.
We're going to have to re-roll.
Release.
Yeah, rollies.
All right.
Just a d20. No modifiers.
Oh, no modifiers. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just a d20.
Well, you said insight check, so I'm like, oh.
No, I mean for you to re-roll. He's
Yeah.
saying don't add your
We hit
modifier.
the same number.
Got it. Okay, I rolled a 6.
You slam. It slams down on the ground. looks up. As you walk up, it sort of shudders for a moment, not expecting someone to be there on the ground floor. As you run up and go, Diva, what happened to you? What happened? Who did this to you? Its split eyes narrow and goes, she did it. And you see Cooley the fairy starting to rush down. And it goes, I have to go. And it begins to rush out. And Cooley rushes down. Not fully, like, it clocks your face, but is deciding, do I deal with this problem or do I deal with the thing I've been chasing for the past few days? But what is your reaction to that?
Oh, I tackled down.
All right.
Again, I'm in character. Diva just told me that this thing did that to her. So I am like, put it to you this way. For those of us who've been on Arcane Focus long enough that they'll know this reference, a fire lights in me. I start to feel the rage of the ancients as I mad dash over to this guy just to run him over or run her over or whatever.
Are you trying to grapple or attack?
I'm trying to tackle down with the intent to grapple down.
Okay, roll me an athletics check.
I'm also good with those.
She's also good at these too.
Oh no.
Yeah, she threw a whole woman to the side.
You're not supposed to say that. You've never said that to me before.
All right. That's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
19.
All right. Well, I got a 17. She flying quickly in this fairy form, small enough where you're like, if that transformed Diva, I need to bring this thing down. With one hand, you grip around the neck with the middle and index and the ring finger, and she fights you a brief moment where you're like, you feel your body being lifted for a hot second. You're like, what the fuck? And you have to push her back down onto the ground. And you currently have her grappled. That's where we're going to stop there. And then for our upper team here, Diva, you just got thrown to the side and you are looking at a masks galore as they, Legati, you're getting pushed of like, let's get her.
I want, if I can act, I want two things at once. I still have my unseen servant that is in concentration that hangs out for an hour. I mentally command the unseen servant to start pounding on the walls. I think it's like probably in the stairway somewhere. It's probably like swept along. It's just pounding on the walls and like knocking off paintings or whatever. I want it to make its way up to the reading space and to just start like knocking books over. And things not to disrupt where it put the paper, but I want it to just be causing a distraction. Meanwhile, I want to rush forward towards Diva like I'm going to get her. And my goal is to cast invisibility on her and have the distraction my unseen servant is making cover the fact that I have to like cast a spell. I mean, they can't see my face. I have a veil. They'll have, my back will be towards them. So I feel like the hand motions are okay. I can say it maybe kind of quietly, you know.
I will say, let's go ahead and do, because it's making use of a spell, the Unseen Servant. We'll say an Arcana check with advantage to see if you can distract them in such a way using the spell.
Gotcha.
I'll say in event that it doesn't go well, when you start to run up, they run up exactly with you. Like they are like breathing on you. So it'll be hard for you to do a spell without them noticing.
Yeah, I guess if they're still right there, I might just not cast it. Like, do I get a chance to see if the distraction works, or do I just have to do this or not? Okay,
I'll say that you'll know the situation after the distraction happens.
That's 15 with advantage.
Okay. You do distract most of these people. I'll say that you get up to Diva, but Snail comes along with you.
Okay.
These people start to crowd the space. Phoenix, where are you going? Because they're starting to...
Again, I hate people. All right. I think if she sees Legati go that way, she's going to go... Because there's two doors, right? There's one into the office and one outside to the balcony. Like, you could go run through the office.
Yeah.
she's gonna run through the office and start knocking shit down to see if
Yeah.
people will follow her in there. Like they
Poltergeist
can't
in here.
see her, but she's gonna be like annoying and just start knocking shit down.
I love it here.
Arrow, you hear Yuka in front of you go, my office!
I also look in that drawer real quick to see if there's anything that monster didn't
Oh, so you
take.
stick around.
Yeah. Well, no. You know what? No. She's gonna go with plan 1 and just knock a bunch of shit down and run out.
I mean, you are invisible. You might have the time to be like, let me look real fast before I run out the door.
I also want to know what the hell that plant monster took. I don't know that like he ran and Moors has Cooley in a in a grip.
But let's handle Phoenix real quick. So you run across the office. You're not staying there to like investigate, because
She's
that will
just
take time.
knocking shit over.
Just
And she also makes a point to knock over the most expensive looking vase with her elbow and then keeps running.
you're a fast person, absolutely. Do you just jump off the balcony?
Yeah, I mean she has the jump thing. And she also has slow fall.
That's true. Yeah. You can land right behind Cooley. You're invisible, but you can land there.
Okay.
And we'll say maybe you land.
See Morse with her.
You see Morse hand planted down as Cooley has stopped her like aggressive nature to chase after that plant creature. Phoenix, you land and you see the creature about maybe 100 feet, currently getting some distance, running.
She's gonna run after it.
Okay. Let's then shift it over to Arrow. Currently, everyone's looking at the space. I think you see Yuka run into the office trying to find out what the hell's going on. What is your intention right now?
I'm gonna follow Yuka.
Okay.
Single-minded. Simple man.
Okay. More people are following you, but there are more people investigating the space. All this is happening at the same time. So I know I'm shifting icons, but things are happening at once. This is such a chaotic moment. Legati, the only person who would be maybe privy to what you're trying to do is Snail.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just use. I'm gonna say it as quietly as I can get away with the verbal components. But I'm also doing it in a weird voice that maybe it's Diva's voice. Who knows?
It's true.
It don't sound like I did when I was doing the lecture earlier.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, go invisible, and then I
Go and blow yourself.
I tap her on the arm and make her Diva invisible, and then I'm like grabbing at the air where I know she isn't, and I'm like, I think she teleported away.
Roll me a deception check. You're not convincing the entire party. You're convincing this one guy.
Okay.
So it's not that high of a DC.
Real fast, because I would know what symbols on his mask, right? Because I was with them before.
I don't think we had the symbols, but
No.
you know what I'm wearing.
You know it's Legati.
Because Legati did
I identified it. Yes,
Oh, that's
I used
right.
identification.
Okay,
you
so
didn't know the
I would know that this is Legati doing this. Okay, that's why I wanted to know.
I only got a 10 deception.
All right. There's not an immediate reaction, but Diva, you go invisible. With your newfound invisibility, what do you do?
I'm just gonna slowly crawl away from Legati, just to put some space between us. This door is not open. Is it open?
It's open. Yeah.
You know what? I'm just quietly just try to back out.
All right. Let's settle you, Diva. In this moment, because a lot of things are going to happen at the same time, but you've made it to the edge of the balcony. You look over to the side and no longer... Oh, Phoenix, you're no longer invisible, but then again, you are making some distance, so...
I'm not invisible? Why?
Because it's a concentration spell.
I drank a potion.
Used a potion. I am mixing everything together. Then, Diva, what you see is Morse currently palming Cooley to the ground.
Go Morris.
He got it. I'm just gonna kind of observe what's gonna happen through the door with Legati.
You also hear the crescendoing sounds of, "How could you? Why would you do this to her? You sick monster!"
Okay, hearing that might change that.
Yeah, if that's being audible, I think, Arrow, you're in the room with Yuka, who's kind of looking at his desk and all of the paperwork and books around, like a lot of law books and things, and he's like, fuck, shit. and he turns his head towards the balcony door. Fuck.
That's
Everyone,
a shame.
it's downstairs.
If the forward guard did it, maybe you could be reimbursed. And I'm going to follow.
I think his command of everyone go downstairs is heeded by some people as they're currently making their way downstairs. Legati, Snail stands next to you as you're like, he must have teleported. He hears the command of everyone go downstairs and turns, takes a step, and just sort of gives you, like, you notice there's an audible beat of sort of looking at you. Doesn't say a word and continues going.
He going downstairs?
He's going downstairs and leaves you alone.
Oh, sweet. Can I try this door?
Sweet, can I try this door?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Does a...
That's a great
Oh my
question.
God.
You love it. You love to hear that start a sentence.
Let's see here.
Oh shit, the dog.
Does a dirty 20.
Oh,
Yeah, my
no.
armor class is 10 right now. Yes, the dirty 20 hits me.
I was like, what could possibly...
The
Oh, fuck.
invisibility may not last long, Diva. Make use of it.
As you hear jumping immediately from this master bedroom. This creature jumps. You're not supposed to be on the third floor. No one is. As it bites down on your your knee, and think there is. Hold on. There
You
might be
better
a
tell
thing
him
here.
you're going to get reimbursed for
Roll
those
me a strength
injuries.
A strength save. Oh,
Yes.
good. That was Octi. That's a 15 then. Okay.
15. It tries to like bite down and crunch on your knee so hard that it wants to bring you down. Like it's revving its neck around. It's such powerful
Poor
muscles
little
that it's
gnome.
trying to like swing you to the floor. You take 6 points of piercing damage.
All right.
Wait, are you a gnome or a dwarf? I forget.
I am a
Oh, right.
gnome.
Okay.
For now. We'll see if this dog kills me.
I see this, right?
And I think in this exact moment, you're looking over, seeing and hearing Morris go, "Why would you do this? Why would you do this?" The door opens where you see 3 more figures walk out. One of them you recognize to be Arrow because of the symbol on their mask. And they're just having a bit of like a snide conversation real quick. And then you hear, "Woof!" And you see from beyond the door that's currently open, Legatia's fighting with a dog.
God.
Yuka goes, and roll me a con save real quick, Legati.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
Well,
I failed.
God.
now we see.
Diva, you are no longer invisible.
Oh, boy. This is a
Everyone says
clusterfuck.
aloud, Diva?
Damn it! Damn it!
I would like Arrow. Roll me an acrobatics or athletics check.
Oh no!
Oh no! There's so
I'm gonna
much
go with-
happening right now.
Acrobatics. Wow! New die. That's a 7 total.
Okay. There's a quick moment of you yell out, "Diva!" Like a clear recognition. He looks at you in a brief second, looks at Diva, and for those who are like would see him, there's like wheels starting to turn and think something clicks. He grabs your mask and tears it off.
Shit. And I'm gonna summon my sword to my hand.
Maybe we just kill this guy now.
I'm down!
Reaction:
Reaction.
automatically convert to wolf. Because I'd be like, oh shit, Arrow's in danger. Sorry, we're going full chaos goblin right now.
Wait, before that, do I see any of this happening in the balcony?
Oh, believe me, you're gonna have your moment with Cooley in a second.
Oh no. I should have kept my mouth shut.
I was like, you're going to have somebody grapple to the ground, dude.
There is one person who hasn't acted yet. So Arrow, I need you to roll me either an athletics or acrobatics check.
Another one?
Yes.
Oh god, no. What's the other person doing? Okay. This die likes me today. Still doing acrobatics because it's a +5, which brings me to 21.
Orange grabs you by the collar and is attempting to shove you off the balcony. And I rolled a 20. Because you brandished a weapon, like summoned a weapon. This guy goes,
That's fair.
God damn it, and grabs your shoulder and you feel yourself go, oh shit, and you have to plant your feet back down. Oh man, I think we need to go to like an initiative at this point. This is getting hairy. We got numerous fights happening.
Oops.
I don't even. Right now, I'm like Errol Legati. Errol Legati.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You're a
probably also
gnome, and that's
I have a
big
potion
bomb.
of gaseous form for just such a.
Yeah, we had a lot of
eventuality.
potion buying.
Sorry,
We just-
guys. Went full chaos demon.
my God.
Chaos goblin now.
Are you considered a large creature, by the way, Diva?
I have to go look at my notes. I think that is a good question. We had this discussion, and I don't remember what we decided on. I don't think I count as large. I don't.
Okay. Let's go in order from what I have here. Let's see. Legati, what's your initiative?
11.
Arrow.
Oh shit.
17.
Diva.
Right. That is a 10.
10. Morse.
9.
Phoenix.
30-20.
Okay.
She's a fast girl.
Starting off with you, Phoenix, you're able to quickly catch up to this plant creature as it's jumping over hedges and sort of making a rush, knocking over like lawn furniture and stuff, trying to get its way as far as way as it can away from Yuka's home. But you're able to catch up. What is your action or inclination to do right now?
This might be a bad idea. I already scared it.
It doesn't know you're there because you're
Yeah,
so
it
invisible.
doesn't know I'm here. I think I'm just gonna yell, "What's the quarry project?"
Where are you?
Behind you.
Who are you?
That's not important. I don't mean you any harm if you don't mean me any. What are you?
To explain. I
And
need
why
to go.
does Cooley want to kick your butt so bad? What did you do?
She sees me as a monster.
Well, your insides are falling out, so I could see why.
Roll me a persuasion check
Oh yeah,
with
'cause
that comment.
good with
Move.
those. I have to -1 from that, I think. Persuasion, yeah. Would have been a 19. 18.
This creature you see he slams a foot on the ground and wow, all right, the plants all around you, the grass and vines and the hedges and the trees start to grow at a rapid pace as things start to swirl and twirl and become like matted together, a veritable thicket of 100-foot radius, making it difficult terrain as this creature moves through the plant matter without it. But you do have a reaction because it's, if you want to hit it, you can. If you want to try to grab it, you can. But it's trying to make a mad dash.
She's gonna jump on its back.
Okay, you can try to do that on your next turn.
Okay.
Arrow, currently you are being held onto by Orange. He's trying to pull you off. You see Yuka currently has your mask, has thrown it off, sees you, recognizes you, and hasn't had a turn to do anything, but definitely is going to try to do something. But it's your turn.
Excellent. Do I recall from the meeting we just had downstairs if Orange was agreeing with Yuka or disagreeing?
Let me go back to my notes.
Isn't Orange
thought-
the one who did magic? Orange is
No, I think that was Lightning, wasn't it?
That was lightning.
Was it lightning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought Orange was the one that told you the rules.
No, Red is the one who told the rules. Orange, no, I think Orange, was hesitant, wasn't entirely sure.
Okay.
So it's unsure if maybe this is persuade. There definitely is sort of like an against. You're brandishing a weapon, so there's like,
Yeah.
well, this is a problem.
While trying to like keep this person from shoving me over the edge, I'm just going to say, "Look, friend, I'm not forward guard. You shove me, and I bring you down with me. They're not resurrecting you."
Roll me a persuasion check, or intimidation, either or.
I think it's the same either way. I'm mostly trying to persuade.
Okay.
It's just how he does things. 17 flat, because I have no bonuses.
There's a brief moment where the argument of, well, Cooley's here, and this has like been a scuffle that now she's involved. It's possible he can be resurrected, but in this moment, as you are holding a weapon, and he's not entirely sure, he's not inducted of the full bylaws and how things work, puts hands up and lets you go.
Many thanks. And I'm going to turn to Yuka. Can I do anything as a bonus action? I don't think I can. So instead I will simply just point my sword at him. I believe we have some things to chat about. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Cooley's turn. Morris, get the hell off me.
No. No, 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 no.
Okay. Sorry, I'm reading. There's a lot of things she can do. You know, let's get you off first. Roll me an athletics check.
Okay, that will be. That'll be 19.
You are holding her down. And as you start to go, why would you do that? She's like feeling every time you push down on her, it's like there's not much in terms of like her body she can do until finally you lift up and try to push her one more time. She holds a hand out and this small little fairy form catches your hand. Get off.
I'm in danger.
Get off, friend. And you go up 10 feet in the air. She rolls and you land down with your metal. She reaches behind her and you see it's a tiny, to you, it's like a toy. This little toy spiked club. And for a second attack, that's going to be 27 to hit.
Ow.
All right, you're going to take 11 points of bludgeoning damage. And she's going to mark you as a favorited foe. And you're going to take an additional 2 points of damage.
Ow.
She currently is flying because she has a fly speed, so it doesn't cost her anything to sort of get back up to where she was. She goes, official forward guard business, don't get in the way. And flies the last direction she saw to try to find the guy. Nowhere close to where you are, Phoenix, just currently getting some distance.
I'll deal with her when she gets her fairy ass over
But
here.
Morse, you also have a reaction. You can do an attack of opportunity if you wish.
Yes, you.
Yes. If you'd like to do attack of opportunity, you can.
I will. All right. That is going to be a 21.
That connects.
Actually, that's it. There we go. Oh, wait, no. Wrong dice. Jesus. It's been so long since I played this character. Damn. This one. Okay. That is going to be 7 points of damage.
7 points. She's going to use Swarming Dispersal. When she takes damage, she could use a reaction to resistance to that damage and vanishes in her swarm and flies in a flurry of butterflies. Goes 30 feet, continues her movement, and Phoenix, in your invisible state, you can look behind you, and this creature, and this Coolie is like maybe 60 feet from you.
Okay.
You're invisible. Doesn't see you. Arrow, Yuka sees the knife directed towards him. It's a knife, but the sword. Looks to you and just like there's a moment of like hesitation of what to do. Falls back.
I'm gonna call because I could hear Ruckus down there. Man overboard!
Yuka reaches into his pocket, pulls at something, and Feathers falls to the floor.
Shit.
And is gonna start rushing. Legati. That's gonna be a 12 to hit.
Yeah, 12 hits. I did not have mage armor on tonight.
8 points of damage,
Okay.
and roll me another strength save.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Squishy wizard, no!
That is a 4.
Legati is brought to the ground prone.
Oh,
Yes.
damn it.
Yeah, I figured. It's not that far down. I'm a gnome.
That's true.
Basically on the ground already. So this dog is like bigger than me, right?
This dog is bigger than you, and it's your turn,
Yeah.
Legati.
Okay. I gotta have had that potion of gaseous form ready to grab. Somewhere handy under my clothes. I want to grab it and take it.
Okay, bonus action to do so.
Okay, I pop the potion of gaseous form, so now I am gaseous.
You're a cloud.
You're a cloud.
Flying speed of 10 feet. So my goal is, because I can go through small cracks, if I can, I want to just float straight up through cracks in the ceiling and beyond the roof as a cloud.
All right, I'm gonna roll. This guy is a lawyer, probably has a really well-kept house.
Yeah.
But always up to the die, see if maybe he forgot a patch that you were able to quickly assess. Natural 1.
All right.
Yeah, I think you notice like
couple
it's
cracks.
a pretty well. Yeah, it's a pretty well
Not a very
kept.
good lawyer.
There's a crack in the
Right here
window.
in the doorway. There. Oh, okay, over there.
Yeah, there's a crack in the window that it looks like it wasn't properly sealed.
All right. Then first, 10 feet straight up to the ceiling, spreading out so this dog is not getting me anymore. Then I will inch my way 10 feet towards the towards that crack. I can't get out this turn.
You do have
But
an
I
action
need
to
to-
dash, don't you?
I mean, it's 10 feet movement. So if I want to go all the way, I mean, how high is the ceiling? Typical ceilings are like 8 or 9 feet.
Yeah.
I want to be out of the range of this dog first.
Okay.
Then I'll inch my way towards the window as a flash.
I'll say as an action, you can slip your way
Okay.
just as just out the window, and the last thing you see is this dog barking at the window, bouncing into the actual glass.
Just so for future reference, I feel like the answer is no, but with gaseous form, there's lots of stuff that is not ruled one way or the other. Can you use telekinetic in gaseous form?
I don't see why not. That seems more like a feature than a spell.
You can't talk or manipulate objects. Like that's implying like physically.
Yeah, I think you still
but, like,
can
telekinetic doesn't break invisibility, but there's no ruling on this.
I think you can still use your teleconnect feature.
Okay. Good to know, but that's my turn. I will not be killed by a dog tonight. That is a promise.
I'll also say during Yuka's turn, these guys are going downstairs, so they're rushing. But Diva, you were up.
Okay, so seeing all that was Yuka, I'm definitely gonna run to this edge. If I jump off, where would I land?
You can make it to the other building, or there are no trees to like grab onto. You'd be smacking into the opposite home's wall, or you would land on the ground.
I'm aiming for the ground, so would it be like right here?
Yeah, I mean that's you can decide not to do a full jump. You could just do a quick hop, and you'll just start to fall. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is make a deck save to see if you don't land on your ass.
Poor dog. That's not bad. That's a 19.
19. You take 10 points of damage as you leap from the ground, but you are in werewolf form, which I believe gives you resistance to bludgeoning damage. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is the case.
Bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage resistance.
With a large thud, leaping over, you land right here. I'll say you can use an action dash that's used a lot of your movement just to fall down here, because it's taking time. But you were able to jump over and land on the first floor.
Let's go ahead. Alright, yeah, let's do that. We're gonna scare the hell out of him. I'm gonna use the action to dash to get it all the way up to Yuka. Bonus action, I'm gonna slash at myself to give myself damage. Oh, wrong die. I'm supposed to do the D4. I'm gonna take 2 points of damage to crimson right with my slashing.
How much HP do you have right now?
So if I just took 10, that would have been 12. Remember, I'm kind of beefy.
That's true. I keep forgetting also that you're like... Yeah,
I'm at 32.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Oh, I'm fine.
Morris, you are on the ground right now, but you can get yourself up fairly quickly. And 60 feet away is... What's it called? Cooley.
Well, Cooley is 60 feet away, but given that I have a movement speed of 30, and... You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna use my action to dash. I'm gonna get to Cooley. How dare you?
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
So, I think there's a lot of things happening here. But yeah, use your action to dash. Or this guy's not going to mess with you unless you let you do anything about him.
Oh.
No, he's going to rush out of here. So I think we're going to go a little out of initiative just to see if we can all get sort of a collective thought of what's happening here. What's going to happen right now, Diva? And so I would like you to make me a perception check with disadvantage.
That's going to be 11.
11. On Yuka's turn, he would disengage with you, get some distance, and the rest of the party is going to mingle out with him, like on the front yard, and there's going to be some shenanigans. I think you recognize right now that they're going to see you yell, and there's going to be such a crowd of commotion of different forms that are illusioned right now. You're going to lose Yuka with an 11.
Question.
Yeah.
Heightened sense means I already had advantage on perception. Would that balance that out?
That would. So wait,
So
roll me
go
one
back
more. Roll me one more.
16.
16. Yeah, I think you recognize where Yuka is currently in this crowd of people. But you are seen as a threat right now. And the question to you is, are you going to rush in and grab him?
Oh yeah. Danger
Okay.
sense. Your logic sense gone.
Yeah, no, we are past the point of keeping it sneaky.
Roll me an athletics check.
Ooh, nat 20.
All right. A few people get in your way. You have to like shift them to the side.
No one cares about the werewolf. It's just like move.
Well, they're screaming, yelling. Some of them are getting brave. Some of them are like having their own, like they found something to defend themselves because there was an attack at this party. Like going down to the kitchen and grabbing a knife. And yeah, I'll say we're able to shift some bodies as we're going to start dispersing some people. You're kind of getting in within the fray, and you know the person you're looking at right now is Yuka. I'm
Can
also...
I pounce?
Yeah, go ahead and pounce. I'm also going to roll a d20 as the neighbors start to hear this commotion.
Let's see. So it'll just be like a straight roll just to pounce, right?
Yeah.
Or the dex roll.
Exactly. I'll roll for him too.
That is going to be a 19.
19. I actually got that 20.
God damn it.
Yuka hides behind the door, and you shoulder check the door, and you're not able to fully grab him. While this is all happening, so that we can get everyone kind of on the same page, on the same map thing. Legati, what are you doing?
I am badly hurt, and I feel like we've accomplished what we set out for tonight. I think I'm trying to just float out of here.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna maybe float over and hang out by that tree where we were before. I'm gonna stay in cloud form, like among the branches of the tree. It's gonna take me a while to get there. But I'm hoping that everybody else recognizes maybe the best to
Get the fuck out.
disengage. And I don't think I know about the coolie fight going on over there. That dog almost killed me, so I need to get out of here.
Squishy wizard.
On the plus side, I feel like everybody who is on the fence about this group, like if this is how their parties go, why would you want to be part of this group? Right? It doesn't make the group look good that whatever happened at this party. So I consider that a success. So I'm going to float away.
All right. All right, now I'm setting up what I believe is where we're at right now to make this sort of viable, so we're all on the same page. Arrow, what is your intention? To go downstairs as well? Is your intention to like jump over the edge?
I think seeing like Diva leap off after him in her werewolf form, where he like kind of goes to the railing and leans over, sees her race after him, sees him turn the corner, and he's just like, "Yeah, she's got it." And I'm actually, handled. I'm gonna put my sword away, so kind of banish it or what have you, and I'm gonna actually step back into the office and see if I can find any dirt on him, on Yuka.
Okay. So I believe I can maybe share this. So we're gonna have it like this. I think this is valid. So Legati, we're gonna put you kind of off to the side.
Okay.
This is not a one-to-one where Yuka currently lives. This is sort of like we're now getting a street view. We're kind of getting the combination of both, where Yuka lives as well as the running scene with Morse, Cooley, Phoenix, and this plant creature. Another thing to keep in mind is at this point, anyone who's in the streets right now is going to run into difficult terrain, because that is the plant growth ability that this creature did. It just looks back at you, or it can't see you, Phoenix, but just sort of still hears you rushing. Oh no, you would have been left behind. It's yeah.
I try to jump on its back.
Yeah, we're gonna have it like this. So I think it would have rushed away about this far. as it's currently getting some distance. So Phoenix, it is your turn.
I'm like, how far is that? Difficult triggering or not?
Then whatever it is, you double it. So 120 feet where you were at.
Yeah.
So this is like, to get to within 5 feet of this guy, it's 120 feet.
I think I let him go. I'll let him go, and then I'm gonna run up behind Moors.
Okay. And you are invisible.
Yeah, I am invisible. Okay, so that's 40 feet.
Here, you want me to move him a little bit so you can get behind him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get behind him. I don't think I could stop her. That's the thing. And you don't have, Moors doesn't have her grappled, right? She's just like running.
Yeah. Right now, Morse is just right behind, and you just hit the difficult terrain. She's not affected because she's flying, but it is. He just got to her.
She's trying to think of something clever to say and does not have it. I mean, she'll come out of invisibility. Fuck it. Who cares? She'll try and tackle Cooley.
This is stop her momentum.
Yeah, because she doesn't understand why. Like, something's not right. Like, her vibe isn't right for her to be chasing this guy when obviously he does not look good. So, like, she's going to try and tackle.
Roll me an athletics check.
Do I get advantage because I'm still invisible in the moment? Or no, huh?
Yeah, I'll say this is the thing that gets you out of invisibility, so you can have it with advantage.
For sure. If it didn't, I would be like, You said athletics, right?
Yeah. It's more about strength than using a
16.
acrobatic. 16? Yeah, coming out of invisibility as she's currently flying, you grab onto her leg and she stops momentum and looks back, sees what's grabbing her as your visage starts to come back visible.
I'm having that stupid mask on, by the way.
Your own masquerade mask. Yeah, that's fine. Your hair still flows.
Yeah. I think that's my action, though, to keep her there.
Yeah, it's an action to grapple. So I'm going to mark that she's currently grappled.
I think I'm just going to tell her, why do you want him so bad? He can talk. He's not a monster. What do you want with him?
She just gives you like a quizzical look, and on her turn, she'll reply.
Okay.
Arrow, you are currently not accosted. Currently. You can still hear the barking of the dog barking at the window. It missed its quarry, and it's currently... And Legati, you're just... Nope. Floating back down. Not being harmed at all. Roll me an investigation check. You said you're going through the office?
Yeah.
This turned into the wild, chaotic mess I really wanted.
It did.
Okay, what is my... Where? I wish I could read. Okay, investigation is +2, so that's 16.
16. A lot of the documents here have been destroyed in such manner, but a lot of stuff are missing. You see pages of books being torn out, going through like cabinets that it looks like they have been missing filings. There is... With a 16, I think what you find are some legal documentation and special requests that does have the name Volred Quinlay.
Yoink! Those are coming with me!
But yeah, you can hear that there's a scuffle on the first floor, though.
Oh, sure. I have what I want. I'm gonna make sure that's pocketed safely on my person, or as best as I can get it. Step out, resummon my sword, and just drop my way down the stairs.
Yeah. Coolly criminally grappled by you, Phoenix. As you say, he's talking, why
What
are
do you
you
want with
attacking him?
Yeah.
Monsters can talk. She is going to... She's going to... Oh, how far is he at this point? 95 feet. Fuck.
Difficult terrain.
She's flying. It doesn't. She's. The problem is that she's grappled. You're. She's gonna use an action to try to break your grapple.
Huh.
So go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Okay. So close. That's not gonna make it fit. It was almost a nat 20, but then it rolled. That's only a 12.
Okay. She kicks you off with a strength, unbeknownst to her size. And both Morris and Phoenix, you can go ahead and use a attack opportunity if you wish, as she rushes forward.
Okay.
Mine will be a 22.
Connects.
I'm just trying to trip her. I'm not trying to do lethal.
She is currently flying.
Oh shit. Chuck the staff at her.
Yeah, sure. Further bonks.
Well, hopefully that hits 24.
24? Yeah, both hits. Go ahead and roll me damage for each of you.
Gotta go get my thing now.
That'll be 9 points of damage.
Oh, mine's only 4.
Okay, she's going to take both. And she's going to bonus action hold a hand out towards the plant creature. And there is a spell that goes off. You're just unsure what. Just... It's now going to be our party goers' turns. Diva, roll me an athletics check.
That is going to be a 13.
Two brave souls, whether they're foolish or not, shove you.
Bastards.
You kind of get pushed back. They start to crowd around you. And you see that two things you see. First, Yuka takes this opportunity to rush back inside. Uses an action, sort of gets out of view. The second thing you see is Snail takes a deep breath and fucks off.
Smart
Good man.
I knew
man.
I liked that one.
The whole time just growling.
He said, not my circus.
Yeah.
Legati, you're watching from a safe distance, as you're probably able to get sort of some view of what's happening here. But
Yeah.
What is your intention right now?
I mean, the thing is, I can't get to anyone. I don't want to leave gaseous form, so I can't get to anyone. If I start heading towards where Phoenix is, she won't be there anymore. So I think I just want to hang out by the tree that was like kind of our home base, where Moors and Diva and Phoenix were waiting, hoping that people will come back there as kind of like a rendezvous point, and then we can get out of here together.
Okay.
But as of right now, I don't want to get involved in anything.
Smart man.
Devo, you are currently crowded by some people who've gotten a little brave now, but there are still some reservations. Definitely one person fucked off. What do you do?
All right, before I do anything drastic, can I try to intimidate them to leave me alone?
Yeah. But that means on their turn, they're going to walk away, but you can definitely use an action to see if you can persuade them all to just stop. Or intimidate them all to stop.
That would be an action, though, right?
I would say so, yeah. To get a whole crowd to follow your attempt, yeah.
All right. You know what? I'm trying not to use force at the moment, so honestly, I'll do it. So intimidation.
I want bodies to fly.
Carnage!
That is going to be okay. That's going to be a 21.
Claws out.
Move.
Yeah. Everyone falls back and is starting to skitter backwards.
And which direction do you could go to the door? And I'll use my movement to get back to the door.
Yeah, you use your movement to get back to the door. You are standing in the archway, and you do not see him.
Damn it. But Arrow's in the house, so it's okay. I must. In my
Arrow's making. Yeah, you're like meeting right now.
Yeah, do I see Yuka coming up the stairs?
No, you were on the third floor. You've gone to the second floor.
Yeah.
And he's currently on the first floor, so it's.
Okay,
You haven't met just yet.
got it.
We're going to get to the end of this round, and then we're going to take a quick break. But for you, Morse, currently it's all difficult terrain. Phoenix just nearly held on to Cooley, but kicked away as you sort of slashed back. What do you do?
So I see Phoenix, and I'm like, oh my god, Phoenix, that thing, it turned diva. We can't let it get away.
What are you talking about? That thing's... that's not diva.
What do you mean it's not diva?
It's not diva. It was rummaging around in the office when she rolled in.
But I asked it. And
You-
Morse is literally just gonna spend his turn befuddled in a complete just dumbstruck haze.
I love it. Very in character. Cooley, Morse, and Phoenix, you watch this creature run to where it was looking for as a tree right here splits open and it runs in.
Good.
And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. See you when we return. And we're back. We've entered back into this chaotic scene where we currently have Diva and Arrow still in Yuka's home. One person's making the way down to the second floor, while Diva's currently in the archway looking inside, with not Yuka to be seen. However, there's a scared group of guildmasters and workers and other people who are of the, just working along. After you've told them to get away, we'll probably start to scatter soon. At the same time, Legati hanging out by the sort of the house next door where everyone was sort of clumping together before they actually did the motion. You're waiting at camp. You're waiting at base camp. All the while, Phoenix and Morris attempted to pull Cooley to stop for whatever she was trying to do. And for the most part has slowed her down enough where this creature was able to get away. But we are beginning at the top of the round. With this creature gone, Phoenix, what is your intention?
To go talk to Cooley. So I guess is there still difficult terrain, or can I just walk on over there?
Oh, that's a solid question. This will... No, it's still difficult terrain. It lasts for that long.
I'm like, how far is she?
So it's like 60 feet to get to her?
I mean, my speed is 50, so halved. I guess I could dash and just try and talk to her as a free action.
Yeah, and you can talk from a distance, too. You can walk a little bit and talk.
I think she would yell from here. I would think the forward guard would ask questions before just hitting. Or did I learn that wrong from Obadiah Beck? Trying to get her to turn around.
Yeah, I think with her Corey gone, she shifts her gaze to you two, and there's this look of disappointment, slight anger, and definitely like confusion. She goes, That thing's a monster if it talks or not, and it's been disturbing the peace for days, and I've been searching for it. And you two stopped me.
That thing was looking for papers in Yuka's office.
Oh, so it was trespassing too and going through someone's personal property?
No, he's in pain, whatever he is.
He's a menace.
So are
Do
people.
not call Diva a menace. What is wrong with you? How
Lord.
dare you turn her? What?
That's not Diva. Remember.
Yeah, I don't know that. I saw Diva going up, and I saw this thing coming down.
I
asked
passed
Diva,
her on
who
the
did-
way in. That's a totally different person, whatever it is.
Go down. Again.
Point is, you work for somebody that, how long ago? Couple weeks ago, tried to pin a murder on us to bail out his friend. And that's what you represent? I thought the Ford Guard was better than that.
You're trying to lecture me. Someone who attacked me as I was doing official duty.
Leave him alone.
I don't know you. Don't lecture me.
I'm glad I never joined, if this is what it stands for. It's an embarrassment.
I think there's been a grave misunderstanding.
Let her go, Morse. She wants to chase somebody that's innocent. Let her.
But if that wasn't Diva, then where the hell is
Come
Diva?
on, we're gonna go find Diva.
Okay, she has some explaining to do.
That she does, but she's not a plant creature. Let's go.
Yet.
You see Cooley currently not moving, as just sort of taking it in. And roll me an insight check, Phoenix.
Can I roll one too?
Yeah, you can roll one.
Yay!
Forgot what my answer is. Insight. Oh, okay. Higher than I thought. 19.
Okay.
21.
There is someone here acting with the information given to them and what they know to be true. And while your words may ring some truth from what you know, there's some clear confusion on Cooley's face of, like, Cooley doesn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
And you mentioned, I'm glad I didn't join. That even confuses her further as you sort of see a face like, you were going to join. Who are you? Like, this face of like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know you. And at this point, the last bit of the insight that both of you clock is, you're a problem, but you're not my problem right now. She's working with the information she's got, and you are just a person yelling in the streets.
Yeah. I mean, Phoenix doesn't give a shit about that part. But I think if we're leaving, if you want actual answers, find me. If you want to stick with him, that's your choice. She walks off.
Okay.
And then I'm just still dumbfounded by the entire situation, so I'm just going to say, like, yeah, and you hit me first. And then I walk away.
We'll say that Phoenix Morris, you're able to make your way back to Legati. Sort of back to the rendezvous point.
Little cloud.
And Cooley is going to fly off. So we've handled you guys. Let's handle the crowd. First and foremost, the crowd definitely is going to leave. They're going to disperse, running off in the distance. The illusionary masks sort of ripped off, and sort of they start to go to alleyways. You can hear the sound of neighbors waking up, lights being turned on. People are starting to, like, lanterns are being lit, and lights start to come in, and people are starting to talk. You get a sense that if enough talk and chatter is going to happen within this particular space, the peacekeepers are going to start coming in, just sort of investigate what the hell's going on. But yeah, I'll say, Arrow, Diva, you're able to rush in, and Diva, at first you start to hear sounds of movement, and you're like, there he is. And you look up, and you see Arrow coming downstairs.
I just look at Arrow. I'm like, not you! Face me, you masked bastard! You
I'll look
stop
around.
trying to stab my friend! I will
Mhm.
blow your house down!
Let her have it. I assume I didn't pass Yuka
No.
on the way down. Can I
No.
listen for anything?
Yeah, let's have you both roll me perception checks. Perception checks.
With advantage still, right?
With advantage. Yeah, you're using more smell than hearing.
That's a dirty 20.
Ooh.
12.
Ooh. I'll say both of you hear the following. There was a room in the first floor that you guys did not investigate next to the bathrooms. And you can hear there is some shifting and movement happening within that room. Both of you are able to rush to the door. It is locked, and you can smell, Diva, the smell of metal, and his clear scent is wafting from this room.
Arrow, can you pick a lock?
I can do you one better, and I'm gonna try to break the door in.
Yeah, I'll say working together, just you, Arrow. You break the door down, and you are met with sort of a like, essentially you found a panic room.
I assume Yuka is inside.
You can assume that.
Do I see him?
Panic room. It's you're met with like
Safe.
a safe. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought both of
Coward!
you did.
Bitch, coward, get out here! Where's Legati? It's metal.
No idea.
Uh,
I'm gonna start talking through the door. You know, Yuka, you mentioned something earlier that stuck with me. You said it's too costly for the crown to resurrect everyone. How much does a life cost?
You hear from the opposite end. You tell me. I'm sure you've taken a life.
My fair share. I don't want to have another. Come out. We just want to talk.
Doesn't seem like you're handicapped right now.
I'm not. Again, I don't want to take your life.
Says the sword-wielding swordsman as well as the werewolf.
Well, you know, you did try to fuck us over, so you can imagine we're a little angry. What are you doing with Volrad?
Only persuasion check. Yeah.
I'm like, do I help?
Yeah, I would love it if you helped.
Yeah, you use the help action. Sure.
Help.
You just hear in the back, yeah!
I'm like, I won't kill you. We'll talk.
We're really good at this. That was an 8 with
An 8.
advantage.
You just hear from the back, client!
Client.
Evidently.
Arrow,
What about the
Diva,
plan upstairs?
you hear, what plant?
There was a plant monster in your office.
Can we walk in? Like.
No, this is all happening while you guys were fighting.
Oh,
fully.
okay, gotcha.
Arrow and Diva, you can hear the sound of like window shutters opening and people going, "What's going on? What's happening?" And just you're on a time crunch at this point. But you can still get some things done while you're here. Just you don't have all the time in the world.
I will say to Diva, we have what we can.
Fine.
Or you can rip them to shreds. Who am I to say? And I'll walk away.
You just hear, "I knew it!" from the panic.
You lucky I can't. I just hit the metal and walk away.
Okay. Eventually, you guys can reconvene all together.
Mors, maybe you can heal Legati. I
Yeah,
told you about that dog.
Once my burly protectors are nearby, I will reform into gnome form. And yeah, I think my nice clothes are all fucked up, and I'm bleeding from my leg.
I mean, I can help, but I think he can help more.
I can heal him, but first I need to ask. Diva, you have a lot of explaining to do.
I have a lot of explaining to do.
Werewolf form.
Yeah.
He thought you were a plant creature. We need to.
I'm a were creature. Why would I be a plant?
I don't know. I saw you go in, and then I saw this thing come out.
Then why didn't you kill the thing that came out?
Because I thought it was you.
You didn't think it was something that could have harmed her, given that we've seen this plant creature before?
I have never seen this this thing before.
You
Yes, we
didn't see
have.
it.
We saw one at the gate coming in.
I asked it, who did this to you? And it pointed at Cooley, so I tackled Cooley down.
That's
I
why
thought
I
it was
don't.
you.
Which, by the way, I look at I would call you Vera Phoenix. I'm not like, what was that about? She can flip me, but she's tiny.
Technique.
Legati is
A lot of
encouraging
training.
us to talk as we walk.
Yeah,
Sure,
talk
yeah.
as we
Near
walk.
this.
Since Legati's now back, no, I'm like, we could, it's a metal door. Can't we?
I was
Leave
very
him.
close to just setting his house on fire, but I don't
could do
think that's the
that.
best move right now.
Fine.
We got the paper in there, which was given to us as a mission from someone else who doesn't like Yuka. I think that's going to cause trouble. I believe we should spread the word publicly of this group and name Yuka as part of this small cabal controlling the forward guard. We're going to cause plenty of trouble for him without putting ourselves at risk of waiting around and trying to kill him while this city guards or the rest of the forward guard happen to show up.
Speaking of
I
paper, I'm
am
gonna pull
tired.
out documents
Yeah.
that I got from the office. I found these. I can't make any sense of them, and I will hand them to Legati.
Yeah, you guys are walking and talking, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're walking,
Yeah.
talking.
Well, great question though, and you can continue walking and talk. But where's your destination?
Legati wants to, because I know the city. I want to take a specific route if I can. I would like to walk past on our way back to. I would like to go back to the hotel and rest, but I would like to pass a fancy restaurant or bar on the way that would still be open.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know the city fairly well. I think you could find that.
All right. So on the way, I'm studying the documents and everything. Anything I learn before we get to the bar or restaurant?
Yeah, I think roughly without taking the time to sit down and read it all, I think through just quickly skimming it and just absorbing what you can learn from it, it is it's like literal legal documentation and submissions made by Yuka. It is a special request done to the courts about Volred's incarceration to the Throwed Stone. But you need to sit down to really read what is actually here. But you get a sense what Arrow found it could be very damning.
Good. Okay. When we get outside the restaurant, the bar, restaurant, whatever, do we know what it is? Do you have one for this city that it is, or is this just some kind of place that we find?
Yeah, I think it's nothing special. But I have one here called the Silver Plate, which is sort of a high-end restaurant bar. It has a thing where you walk in and it's a bar space, but they do have like a restaurant seating off to the side, where they have booths and tables and such. But it is a very high class space which you guys arrive in and you look the part.
Clean my feet
little
off
bit
and
of
put my
you,
stupid shoes back on.
Legati's not going to go in because he's covered in blood and he wants to go. He wants to go back and rest. But he is going to pause outside and say, he's pointing at the different people and says, the Potter's Guild knows you and you were there. And you, as I understand it, fought a member of the Forward Guard. Quite possibly after tonight, it's not going to be easy for any of us to be out in the city without a disguise, except for me, perhaps. And you, I'm pointing at Phoenix, spent money on that outfit and didn't get to do anything with it. So if you want, you might want to have a nice dinner. I don't think we're going to get another opportunity in this city anytime soon. I'm going to go home, go back to the hotel and rest and study these papers.
I think Phoenix walks over to you, Legati, after you say that, and she kisses you on the forehead, but she spends a key point to heal you when she kisses you on the forehead. So hold on. It's not gonna be a whole lot.
I'm only withholding healing because he specifically said he wanted to go back to the hotel. I was gonna do it there.
No, I know, but flavor-wise, so plus my wisdom. So that's 7 points to you.
All right. Okay. Good. I'm not close to death anymore.
Well, be careful not to say the wrong thing.
As long as I do not get killed by a dog between here and the hotel, should be fine.
The fact that you know the city really well, Legati, you're not going to get accosted. And the fact that everything's so fresh in terms of the encounter that just happened, you're not being searched at with the, in this hour.
That's the thing. I'm worried that the Potter's Guild and or the Forward Guard will be specifically gunning for us once they're able to compare notes and figure out what happened here. Plus also once I go to the newspaper and tell everyone about the Potter's Guild and blow that wide open, they're going to assume it was probably one of you who did that. One of the ones that they know was at the party. So our time in this city is likely limited if we're not going to be in disguises. So take an opportunity while we have it.
I think Phoenix just holds out her hand to Arrow. I don't know what Arrow looks like if he got his butt handed to him.
I was not touched.
And you have fancy clothes too.
Yeah, I'm dressed nice, so I'll hold my arm out to Phoenix.
This is a very weird day. I just chased down the hell with it.
What about Morris and Diva?
Lovely.
Yeah.
You look very handsome.
I was assuming I just dropped my werewolf form, and I'm just like,
Well, at least you're not
a free meal, but
at least you're not a plant monster, so that's good.
well, I'm still plant monster.
Yeah.
You think I would? Oh,
I think he thought he ate you. I don't know. I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, we have the 4 currently, the 4 going in, and you guys are able to find a very nice table, beautiful glassware and china sets, and the full 9 yards where it's beautiful in here. There's a fireplace off to the side, giving off a nice warm illumination of sort of reds and orange and yellows, reflecting off glassware and wine and bottles and things of the sort. You're given beautiful meals. I don't think Legati fronted the bill, so you guys are going to have to pay.
No, we are flush with cash right now. I'm sure they can pay for it.
Yeah, we can pay for it.
It was your idea, but you're like,
I
why don't
brought
you guys
to
go
the
get some
place.
food?
You pay for said place.
Yeah. I'll say for everyone, we'll say 3 gold each person in this expensive place, but you have a really great evening.
Arrow's also going to pay for Phoenix's meal. So I'll take 6.
All right.
I have 400. I gotta get rid of it somehow.
Why do you?
Legati, you make your way back to the Bordeaux. And roll me a perception check.
That is a 21.
Oh.
You walk into the main lobby, and remember there was that desk where the sort of the innkeeper greeted you, gave you your keys. That's where you stole the mask. There is a door behind the counter that's currently open slightly, and you see the innkeeper currently on the floor, breathing heavily and just exhausted.
I think I'll go over and do the knuckle knock on the open door. Everything all right in here?
body shivers from the sudden announcement. Yes. It's still like face on the floor, not looking at you, just going. Yes. One moment. I'll be doing in just a second. And you watch him reach for something like, from your view, with the back of his head, he reaches for something close to his face, and there's a struggle.
Yeah.
And he throws a vine, and you hear like a throat guttering sound. With a 21 as well, you look off in the corner, like on the bed. There's a stack of papers, the same, or the papers that your party mates informed you of.
Yeah, I would have told Legati that he took something called the Quarry Project.
Yeah, we compared notes on our walk and everything. So
yeah,
yeah, that makes sense. I think what I'm gonna say is, should I just tell this guy? Should we just be allies with this guy? See what's up?
We're not there, but I mean, you would have Phoenix's
I'm asking,
vote.
Yeah, the players, do we want me to just tell him and be like, hey, what's up? We also hate Yuka.
I mean,
And-
Yeah, I don't hate the idea.
I'm all like, yeah.
Yeah, I think Legati's gonna go with that hunch. I think he thinks it over. I think he has been like considering that, like the plant monster thing, the whole time. It's like, well, that person, like the plant person, also seems to be in opposition to Yuka and the forward guard. Which, like it or not, we certainly are at this point. We're not on the best terms with them, so it's probably a good idea to like maybe compare notes with this person. So I think I'm going to say I'm gonna be like backing out and like. Well, I can see you're indisposed. You know what room I'm in upstairs. My companions and I. We are also not fans of Yuka, and we are on the wrong side of the forward guard. I believe we were at the same place tonight, and maybe tomorrow we can all have a conversation and compare notes. If you like.
He finally turns his head to you, and you see that his jaw currently is split.
Ooh.
It is slowly, like you see small, thin vines start to like sew the jaw back together.
I think Legati thinks that's cool. I think that's gross, but Legati thinks that.
I saw some of your allies there. I wasn't able to grab everything I needed. What were you doing there?
We are not fans of Yuka, and that is primarily what brought us there, along with other suspicions. So we would like to know what you know, and what issues you were trying to deal with.
Yes. Yeah. Close the door. I don't think Legati, yeah? What was the name you actually put on the I think it was Legati, you put your name down.
Yeah, I don't think we gave fake names at this point. Maybe we wish that we did, but we didn't. I mean, this is probably the best hotel to be staying in if we want to be sneaky, because this guy will maybe help us out and help us lay low. Yeah, I step inside. I shut the door.
Name's Christoph. I don't think we have actually introduced. Christoph Bourdon.
Have you always been some sort of plant hybrid being?
No. It sort of coughs up a leaf. Made a bad decision in a few years back, and I've been dealing with it ever since. Yuka knows, or at least has documents, what I need. Looking for the takeaway. Figured he may know. I've gotten letters from Yuka in the past, but I don't align with the Potter's Guild. It's not what I specialize in. It seems cryptic and weird.
Absolutely. That was my impression as well.
I found some things that don't have to deal with the things I'm looking for. Maybe they would help you.
Love to take a look at those. We took some papers as well. If I find anything that relates to you, I'll certainly share it with you.
Okay. Yeah, he provides you with some documentation. He kind of looks at you, Legati, and goes, the forward guard, especially standard basekeepers and Kuli, see me as a creature intact on sight, but you saw me, or you recognize me, and don't attack. Why?
I don't think we're a crew that judges hastily based on appearances. We do have a werewolf and a tiefling half-orc, right? Yeah, tiefling half-orc. And I don't know if if drow are typically evil in this world or not.
No.
And Legati says, and in general, outward appearances are temporary and meaningless.
He hands over a couple of paperworks, and you see that there is some correspondence. And you're able to look over the documentation here, especially with your own very keen mind, able to flip through some papers without being accosted and without on the run and walking quickly. You read the conversation between two people. Definitely one sounds like it's coming from Yuka, but it's, tell us more about your report. And the response of a correspondent saying, a Triton by the name of Volred Quinley caught him snooping around in our affairs. And the last response, how do we act? He might prove some insight in international trade and other guilds. He's an action without direction, and we can provide the direction. This is like old correspondence. You see there's like dates. There is some legal notation. One that reads, special request upon sentencing for one Volred Quinley. A minimum of 30 years under the care of Warden Marlborough St. Clair, and a follow-up trial will be provided within the next 5 years to readjustment of the sentence. And then there is a sort of a clipped additional note about, or there's a clipped, like laminate sort of paper that reads, special group pass for the Throne Stone. It was mixed in with the notes. The damning evidence that Arrow found is there is a response to a question that you do not see. So this is Yuka's response to a question that doesn't seem like it's part of the group papers here. It reads, no. Due to the legal process, overall security, and afterlife investigation, parentheses speak with dead, it would be ill-advised to take action at the moment. It would behoove us to try the honey instead of the stick. I'll speak to St. Clair to make some special requestments, and that you could see that alludes to the special request made in the note you just read. And it continues, I'll make some special requests and keep a close eye on him. Let's wait for at least a year, and then afterwards we can take necessary action if we deem worthy. And then something that was grabbed in the mess, something that you immediately clock, Legati, is Yuka is slightly involved. Not a heavy hand, but there are some things he's overseeing slightly in a project called the Joint Quarry Project. It seems that the demolition experts within Outslock, and as well as a couple of stonemasons, which you remember that Yuka sort of represents a lot of the guilds here, so definitely the stonemasons. It seems like they've been commissioned by the crown to dig further into the shoulder mountains for more resources, and you recognize that as a concern because within these mountains hold historic importance that only you recognize. And if there are some explosions and destruction and demolition, that could be lost.
Bastards.
Yeah.
And so, if I'm reading this correctly, it's like, so Volred is not in the Potter's Guild directly. It seems like he found out some stuff about them or their dealings, and rather than kill him because that could raise suspicion, they decided to try to help him, and then they're giving him special treatment in prison, and then maybe they kill him in a year down the road.
You recognize, from the notation here, I think what you're getting from the context clues is Volred found by happenstance or maybe by accident or something, found the HQ for the Potter's Guild. So Volred knows where they are, and may know more. And attached to that, there is a visitor's pass for a group visitor pass, if you're so inclined. But they're also the last bit of information you get, and this is sort of something that you're going through as Christoph is sort of going through his own stuff. You run into a piece of paper that reads, it's about logs on pop-up merchants and shops with special sort of temp statuses, shops that are only there for a short time. There are details about how the Merchants Guild, which is why Yuka has this information, notated that there was a pop-up shop called The Takeaway that was set up within the marketplace. It was registered, it paid its rent, and then it completely stopped. And after some quick investigation, because they assumed that this shop is just staying here and no longer paying, they did not find the shop, but they also have no record of them packing up. There are notes, and it's assumed by the market center that that the Takeaway either is moving around, being like a nomad and avoiding capture because they owe fees and fines. There's like maybe some jail time, or there is some non-detection magic on play. So it's possible that the Takeaway is still here in the city.
Is this the Takeaway? Is this related to your current plant situation?
A year and a half ago, back when my father was still running the Bordeaux, I had a problem. I'd like to take small things here and there. I have money, but it's a problem. And I went into the shop called The Takeaway. Numerous hanging plants and little bits and baubles that were so interesting. The proprietor didn't see me take one off the shelf, and the next morning, and reaches a wrist and pulls down the sleeve, and you see out of the skin growing is vines, like splitting through his own veins and through the skin. He has to rip them off. It's been like this ever since, and it's gotten worse. He's overseeing a little bit of like what you're reading about, Volred, and goes, there was masked people in that house. What were they doing?
If he doesn't know, I'll just tell him. Like as far as I understand it, it's going to be in the newspaper soon enough, anyway. That there seems to be the Potter's Guild seems to be a self-appointed organization of business owners and lawyers, clearly, that control the forward guard and seek to, administer heroic activities under their domain, control who is a hero and how, and resurrection and things like that. And distasteful, largely, I think, even if well-intentioned.
You see Christoph thinks for a moment and goes, my father had a saying, which is, You fight fire with fire. I've received letters from Yuka, and I don't... It's distasteful, it's odd. And if what you're saying is true, then it's nefarious. Limiting how people can help one another. We were helped, the Bordoons were helped in the past. It would be hypocritical for me to judge how ones take action to help the others. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who thinks that. The only reason why Yuka and their guild have so much power, if they are affecting the forward guard, is because they have a loud voice towards the crown. We can find others who don't like what they're doing. We can come together and have a louder voice. It's possible then that the crown may distance themselves from the Potters. Maybe side with a crowd with a better perspective. And it seems like your crew may have perspective. And I inherited a good standing with the innkeepers from my father. So my voice carries little weight. Not a lot. But something. Are there any other people that you know who don't like Yuka or what he's doing?
The main one would be the tiger lady, right? Forget her name.
Haven't.
Yes. Yeah, I'll give that name.
Grand. I don't know who that is.
Okay. Yeah.
But maybe
It's a big city. Not everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. Maybe we can work together and change people's minds. Okay? I ask if you help. If you and your friends can help me find the takeaway, then I would be happy to offer the Bordeaux as a safe haven. And he reaches to some of the vines that are, growing through the cracks. And he goes, this curse has given me a lot. Form that's disgusting and painful. But it's given me a touch. I will be aware if threats come to my Bordeaux.
Outstanding. I'll have to share all these details with my companions when they return, but I feel like we're all going to be on the same page here.
Speaking of your companions, as you guys have had a wonderful dinner, numerous drinks in your bellies, it is very much like that, I know not all of us from California, but it's like that lonely walk going down an alleyway in Hollywood, just like full of drinks in your belly and just having you just had a great night. Is there... My guy.
Caleb.
Oh boy. Is there anything specific in how you're going down? Is there anything you're keeping an eye out? Is there anything you say before the end of the night?
I'll keep an eye out for forward guard or anyone looking at us weird.
Yeah, same. Phoenix did not drink.
I'm full and I'm drunk. Leave me alone.
Fair. And you, Diva?
Because I'm just making fun of Moore's being full and drunk, I'm just playing drums on his armor and be like, yeah, walk. Come on, you two. This is to dance.
I hate you so much.
I'm just linked. She's linked arms with Arrow, but that's about it. She's just shaking her head.
You guys do pass a couple of peacekeepers, no forward guard, but it does cause those moments of like head up, ready at a moment's notice, but they pass by you, heading in the opposite direction. More and more people are conjugate towards the residential space in the green strip, but you're able to make it to the Bordeaux, where you can reconvene with Legati, has some information to share, and that's what we're going to call today's session. Thank you for joining us.
Gotta get out of the outsmoke.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening here.
Gotta go.
Thank you for joining us for session 18. We'll see you guys next time.
Cool.
Bye.